Mindfulness practices could strengthen your relationships. So if you are having arguments with your partner, if you'd like to be much more attentive with your kids, or if you're having challenging situations at work, practicing mindfulness could help you improve each and every one of these relationships. How, you may ask? Well, one way is that when we start practicing mindfulness, you will recognize that we're, in a way, building up our resourcefulness. So in a way, we're like filling in our tank. So the next time our kid screams or yells, rather than being triggered by it, we can act from a place that is kinder, that is more compassionate. But in order to do that, we need to be filling up our tank first. So practicing mindfulness, whether you start integrating meditation into your daily life, or simply sitting down and paying attention to your breathing. And each time you recognize your mind wandering to a thought or an emotion, rather than getting hooked into them, just gently bringing back your attention to the breath and continuing to paying attention to your breath for a couple of minutes could help you little by little practice mindfulness and could help you strengthen that muscle for the times when you might need it the most. A second practice that you can do is mindful listening. So when you are with your partner, with your coworkers or friends, actually paying attention to what they're saying and what they're feeling could help you have a much more mindful and empathic conversation with them, rather than pretending to listen but being caught in your mind in terms of what you might be like going to say next, or actually thinking of something else. So rather than doing that, really being attentive in that conversation could be helpful. A third practice that you can try out is actually compassion. Compassion both for the other person, to the other person, and self-compassion for ourselves as well. We might be going through a difficult time. Our partner might be having work-related issues, health issues, any type of life circumstances that might be difficult for him, her, or them to regulate. So in times of this, we can choose to be compassionate toward them. Similarly, we might be going through a difficult time and we might choose to be compassionate toward ourselves. You will notice that the more you practice compassion, it will create a ripple effect in your life. When you start being self-compassionate, you will start to be much more compassionate with your kids and your partner as well. Another practice that you can integrate into your life is to be the change that you want to see in that relationship. So rather than waiting your partner or your boss or team members to change the way that they're acting and behaving, you can choose to be mindful of your own words, of your own actions, and being a great role model for them to integrate those behaviors and attitudes. Sometimes, we think that telling our kids to do something might be helpful. Rather than doing that, showing that behavior, modeling that behavior to them could be easier for them to pick it up. So whether this is like being mindful with your words and your actions, or actually integrating mindfulness practices like by meditating with them, involving them, inviting them, or doing it in a time and place that they can actually see and be curious. Oh, like, what's mom doing? What's dad doing? Like, can I try as well? So inviting them to the experience, to the conversation, can create a beautiful ripple effect in your household, in your communities, and hopefully at some point in the world. So I do believe that we can start from ourselves and take that first step. Thank you.